Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn energy reading, and I'm going to use my Gilded Tarot Royale. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, the links are down below. All right, so let's look at what are you possibly struggling with. Justice card could be a Libra. What do you need to look at? The Lovers, and energy coming in the Tower. Why am I not surprised, right? All right. What else is going on with Seven of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. All right, so you're struggling with Justice card. It could be a Libra. I feel like it has to do with communication back and forth, because we have the Six of Pentacles, which is sharing, which I feel is that back and forth, but it's also like giving. Do you feel that I almost feel like you're in a situation where you feel like you are the one that is, either you're the one who's always giving, or you feel like you're not in the frame. I feel like you're not trusting something. Trust. I feel like you're having an issue with trust, because you're having an issue with Justice and the Seven of Swords, which can represent deception, someone that's being sneaky. I just feel like you're having an issue with trust with a person. I feel like you're not sure how to. Sometimes we have those trust issues, but we also have to ask ourselves, is it something that you have within yourself, or has that person done something to make you feel that way, or to not help you build trust? It could be within a relationship that you feel that you don't trust a person. Could be friend, family member, partnership. What do you need to look at? We have the Lovers, which is Gemini. We have the Six of Swords, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. I just feel like it's something that you need to explore, that this may be something that you have been ignoring for a while, especially with the Seven of Swords here. I feel like it could be that. Have there been red flags that have been coming up, and you've been ignoring those? Sometimes we do that. Sometimes we don't really want to face the reality of a situation, or you know, we want to think, you know, that person really wouldn't do something to hurt us or to cause trust issues. I'm kind of getting a couple different things here. I feel like for some of you, it may be that you don't trust someone in a relationship, and for some of you, I feel like you have trouble building trust with someone and letting your walls down and letting that person in, and because you don't want to get hurt, which is totally understandable. Definitely, if we've been hurt before by other people, friend, family member, or partnerships, that we don't want to let our guard down. Future energies, we have the Tower coming back together. Two of Cups. Let's see, we have the Page of Pentacles is reversed, and then we have the Seven of Wands. I almost feel like it's kind of, I feel like the biggest thing is to figure out this relationship. Is it something that you want to work on? Is it something that you want to get through? Is it something that you want to move forward on? And I feel like with this being here, like she's stopping and she's thinking about things. She's thinking things over before she chooses the Pentacles, and before she starts moving forward, she's thinking things over. And sometimes we have to ask ourselves those important questions. Do I even want to move forward in this relationship? Do I even want to keep going with this? Is this something that I want to put more energy and effort into? And if it is, then I feel like the Tower represents rebuilding that, right? Coming closer together and building that trust, kind of taking a break and stopping and just making sure that if you're having insecurities within a relationship, or that you make sure that you stand up for yourself and you say, hey, this is what I need for you in order for this relationship to move forward. Or is it, do you want to walk away and start something new? You have to figure out what works best for you. what is it that you truly want? Sometimes we just kind of go with the motions. And I feel like that's kind of what you've been doing, is just like going with the motions, and that's what's expected of you. And you're just kind of going along, but you're having these doubts. You're having issues with trust. You're having issues with this relationship. And I feel like it's something, I almost have this nervous feeling in my stomach. Like you're just like, it's like, it's giving you anxiety, and it's just making you on edge. That's what I feel like. I feel like I'm sort of on edge with this situation, and it's kind of come down to, okay, I've got to figure this out. But you have to be true to yourself and say, what is it that you're willing to, what is it that you want to do, and then putting that effort into that. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups, which there's definitely things that you need to let go of. Sometimes, like I said, is it something from past relationships that you're bringing into this relationship, or you're saying, oh, this person is going to do this to me just like everybody else did this to me. So are there things that you're holding on to that you need to work on within yourself, but also that has to be done within this relationship? Partnership. Four of Wands, coming back together. And I feel, for this reading, I feel like you're going to come back together. I feel like it's kind of rebuilding this relationship in a better place. I feel like communication is extremely important. I feel that if you don't have communication, you don't have anything. You have to communicate with yourself, figure out what you want, and you have to communicate with this other person. And you have to rebuild it, and you have to figure out ways to make it work. You have to communicate to the other person and say, this is what I need from you, so that person understands. Sometimes we like to assume, well, I've been with this person long enough, they should know. But that's not really fair to them, because we wouldn't want that done to us. So it's communicating your needs, communicating your concerns, and talking and working those out. And then looking at it as an opportunity to rebuild this relationship if that's truly what you want. But it's definitely up to you on what it is that you want to do. All right, so let's get a Star Dragons. That one just kind of came out. We have the Self, gathering your power. Definitely the Self, working on yourself. I feel like this has to do a lot with you and yourself and your own feelings and what do you want moving forward. Gathering your power. Could be taking a break from this situation, whether it's for an hour or a day or a weekend or whatever that represents for you, that works for you, and taking a break so that you can sort through your feelings, you can sort through your thoughts. Sometimes when we're in the midst of a situation, we don't have that clarity. We're kind of clouded by our environment or having that person around us. All right, let's get a Spirit Animal Oracle. We have Turkey Spirit, give with gratitude and grace. And I feel like it's looking at the positive side of the situation, and I feel like it's being thankful for what you do have going for you. Sometimes when we're in these situations, we feel like we don't have anything. We feel like our whole world is crumbling around us. We feel like everything's going wrong and we're fighting this horrible uphill battle. But I feel like within what's going on here, I feel like we also have to be thankful for everything that we do have going for us, no matter how big or small that may be. But to focus on those things and say, you know what, I do have a lot going for me. I do have this in my plus column, for us to focus on the plus column and to start building up our confidence and gathering your power to say, okay, yep, and I want to keep that going, and I want to add more items to my plus column. Now we have the wisdom of the Oracle, so let's grab, wow, they just want to fall out all over here. This one kind of popped up. We have a thinker, thinker, definitely. That's what I feel like, and that's how you gather your power, is thinking about the situation, thinking about, again, what do you want? What results do you want from this situation? What is the optimal results that you want to have happen from this situation, and then start making those moves, taking those actions towards attaining those results, because those results are up to you. It's not up to somebody else. It's not up to the other person. Yes, if they want to partner with you and they want to get things back on track, yes, they have to work with you. But ultimately, it's up to you to make your goal achievable and achieve that goal. So being that thinker and figuring out what do you really want to have happen here, and start taking those actions. And if the other person doesn't want to respond and they don't react, then that gives you your answer, right? That tells you, okay, they're really not ready to work on this relationship, or they don't want to work on this relationship. Or if they do want to work on it, then they're communicating and having that back and forth communication with you to make this situation work. But again, like I said before, figure out what it is that you want first. Release those things that you may be holding on to that are putting up those walls and roadblocks, and rebuild this. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.